Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Melissa. I know it's been a while. Oh golly, it's been I'm not going to say it's been a rough month or so. It's just been what it is. So, to give you a little bit of an update on what's been going on, things happening in my life, with projects, different things like that. So, about a month ago, I was contacted by my stepmom that my dad was in the hospital and that it wasn't looking good. Now, I don't know his medical history all that well because he kept a lot of it secret, I guess. I was told that I didn't need to know because the lawyer told him when he was going for his disability or whatever, that a lawyer had told him that he didn't need to discuss it with anybody, including family. Well, I'm his oldest kid. Anyway, so she tells me that it wasn't looking good, that I need to come and see him, and I was packing to go to San Antonio, Texas for a few days for this almost like a revival. For me, it's a revival. Sometimes, you got to be knocked down to your knees, and then work your way back up. And that's, for me, what it is. And, those of us that attend these things, will say we were soul punched. And it's kind of what it is a soul punch. But everybody needs that. Whether you think you do or not, you need a soul punch. And it's just you make yourself better, to help with things that you didn't realize you needed help with. So I tried to explain that I wasn't able to attend, and yeah, I was told that if I didn't show up to visit him, that I wouldn't be allowed at the funeral. Well, to be honest with you about something, and I hope you don't think that this is a heartless thing, but that didn't really bother me. Sad. It was a sad thing, but it didn't really bother me. So I go to San Antonio. When I get back, I talk to my husband and explained to him that I thought I was ready to go back and talk to Dad. And so I didn't go back alone. My husband went with me. We went to the hospital. We did speak to the nurses that were taking care of him. He was asleep when we got there. So it gave us a chance to get to know the nurses a little bit and get to know, kind of what was going on because we'd heard so many stories. So they confirmed, at least one thing that had been told. I explained to him that I wouldn't be home for a few weeks, but I had to go and take care of some other business out of town, and I'd be gone for about 6 weeks. And he said, okay. I left my cell phone number, and I said, text me. And there was no text. I was told I could call. But I know I realize this in cancer patients, that they get tired. And he was to the point to where I don't know how much medication he was I don't even know what medication he was on. He was coherent the day I was there, but apparently after I left, thereabouts, he was in the hospital for like another week or so. And then he got to go home. And then a week ago today, well, a few days before that, so about 10 days ago, I got a message from my stepbrother telling me definitely gotten worse, that hospice had already been called in. And, they had started their, doing what hospice does. Then last Friday, my dad passed away. So within 30 days, I guess, of finding out he had cancer. Do I think he knew that ahead of time? Yeah. It wasn't like he was a new kid on the block, so to speak. He had already kind of been that round. Because my mom died of cancer. But that was 46 years ago. So a whole lifetime ago. And so I guess he knew. For the most part, he just didn't know how it felt. But he did pass away. Had the viewing on Monday. Had the funeral on Tuesday. And it's fine. You know, it was how it was. I knew ahead of time how things were going to go. And I prepared myself for things that I knew would happen, not happen, said, not said. So I've been home for a few days. I got back to West Virginia on Sunday, and I'll be leaving again in a few days to go back down to Florida for just a couple weeks, and enjoying my time with my daughter and grandson down there. I feel like there's something that I need to say, and I don't necessarily, it may come out, I'm not sure how it's going to come out or how you'll take this, but ego. We all have an ego. We all do. And the ego, I'm almost wanting to say that Satan plays a lot in that. He has fun with our ego. And, I got to witness a lot of it. And I knew when you're traveling back to my hometown, that ego was going to have a lot to play in a lot of things. So before I even left, before I even got in my car, I said a quick prayer that things that were said or done wouldn't hurt me. And, God didn't fail me. I can sit back and laugh at how silly these people looked doing what they did. It's sad. I almost feel sorry for them. I really do. I almost feel sorry for them. Because they've got a long way to go. And it's up to them to whether or not they choose to correct it or not. My mom has had two sisters, and they showed up. One showed up both days, Monday and Tuesday, and made the comment that my sister and I needed to be there for each other. Now, I've heard this line a lot over my life. That you've got to be there for your sister. You got to be there. Well, now your experience with your family may be something totally different than mine, and I understand that. And if you have a wonderful relationship where it's an equal, when I'm down, when you're down and they're up and they help you up, or they're down and you're up and you help them up, I admire that. I really do. I admire that. But for me, I don't remember it ever being said, but my dad had told me years ago that after my mom died, that he had made a comment to me that, well, it looks like you're going to be the mom now. Now, I don't have any reason why he would lie to me about making that comment. And I've thought about that, and I feel like a lot of my life I've tried to play that role when it wasn't my role to play. It was not my role to play. I'm only 3 years older than my sister. And when my mom died I was 5, so it was a month before I turned 6. So that wasn't fair to have been told that. I'm sure it wasn't meant to be hurtful or to, damage a relationship or anything like that. But when you're 5, why are you told that? So for years, I felt like I had to be my sister's rescuer. That I had to support her, and not just emotionally, I guess, but financially. And the financial stuff had put a strain multiple times on me and my kids and my husband. So my family. And it just didn't make sense as to why I wasn't receiving anything back. I just didn't understand that I was giving, and not getting anything in return. Well, I learned I learned just a few years ago. I'll leave it at that. I learned a few years ago that I needed to stop doing that. That I wasn't doing anything but enabling her to not take care of herself, to not learn from her own mistakes. So I bail her out every time. Well, so a couple years ago, it was confirmed that that's what I was doing, was enabling her and helping her to continue to be, I don't want to say lazy, but not owning up to her part of being an adult and taking her responsibility. So, after getting confirmation of that, it was freeing. That stop enabling people to use you, for monetary reasons or anything else. So, I'm not her mom. I am not the bank. I'm not a psychiatrist or a psychologist. I'm just the sister. And I know this is, the things that were done this past weekend, the things that were said and weren't said, it had to do with ego. And I can overlook that and know that I did what I needed to do. And like I said, I feel bad that ego plays in this. But it is what it is. So, anyway, I just thought I'd stop in real quick and let you know that. Like I said, I was down at my daughter's, and I had to, come home, catch flights and stuff to come home. So I'll be going back down. So summer is about a third of the way through for my grandson, so he'll be starting school here in several weeks. And once he gets that done, then I'll be staying in West Virginia for a while and working on some projects here at the house that I've neglected to do since I've been down there. I've got some things down there that I need to take care of as well, and I'll be sharing those with you as I do them. And I'm excited about a couple things, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to be doing some more cooking. I haven't got to do any canning this year, or using my dehydrator, nothing like that. I hope to get to do that when I get home in August, so we'll see exactly what I get into, and how I can stock my shelves and be prepared. I know that I'm not home here in West Virginia much, but I want to make sure that this that my home here is taken care of, like I'm attempting to do down at my daughter's. You know, it's hard, you going to some place and staying and it not being yours. But you make the best of it. You do the best you can and help out where you need to. Just be true to you. Do what you have to do for healing. And, you know, being a people pleaser, I don't think so. I would rather be a God pleaser. And whether or not people understand that, you know, I can't make them understand and make them see things from my view. I can just be the best me that I can be. But I just thought I'd stop in real quick and give you an update on, you know, on my life. As crazy it is sometimes. But I'm hoping you have a wonderful day, and I will catch up with you later. Bye-bye.